I feel the master. I feel y'all ready. They ready. Well, come on. Come on.
Good account of it, because this is something that other brothers should probably hear.
And it got to me that I said, now this is our founder. And it was just, but it was the method of the way they buried in Baltimore at the time. That it didn't take care, but I was used to seeing everything. I was disheartened when I saw that. But I was there, walked to him in the cemetery in the hearse.
So tell me about that. What was that like?
Well, being that I was a part of that business, it was just routine. But to know that at the time, I don't think it hit me that I was in there with a man that I had listened to as one of the founders of my fraternity. But then after I got back and I started, you know, that is something. I carried him, not driving, but I watched him from the church to the cemetery. And over the years it has done, that was something that I guess, I don't know, God probably just allowed me to be able to go through it. But during those days, we would love to, when he and Cooper would come in and sit at the end of the dais for banquets. You could go up there, you just stand by, and somebody asked a question. Love very soft, would stop responding, and always would be very soft. And Cooper was always just so listening to them, however, is when I discovered the word friendship. Friendship is worth to me more than manhood, scholarship, perseverance, uplift. They put that in writing, but it was friendship. We are founded on friendship, and that's the key word.
Your son was telling me, Arnold, was telling me that you were one of the few brothers that's met all or three of the founders.
Coleman, I had a chance to meet Coleman, but Coleman did not show up that often. But Love and Cooper were the two that we and I don't know whether I had a picture that I took him at this banquet. They wouldn't let me bring it out because they said that it's framed, but they said I might walk off with it.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, I saw a few of your items in the history and archive, or in the registration room after we did all the history and archives. I took a picture wearing your hat.
Oh my Lord. My helmet.
Yeah, and then I had you, I think it was your mace.
Yeah.
And then it was like the chapter shield, or was that your shield?
No, that was the chapter shield.
Okay.
They had the session at first. We were founded, we were chartered in 1960.
Okay.
So that was the shield. In fact, the inscription and all that, that's the original stuff that our chapter was founded in 1960. And half the brothers I found, I didn't even realize when I said, the shield was that old. Huh? That's it. Yeah, that's it. We've been seeing it. I said, that's the same one.
So tell me about your experience as being the KF and the KRS. I think you mentioned you did it since 57?
I was pledged in October 57. The first meeting we had as a chaplain was in November 57, and at that meeting, I was elected to keep the finance. So therefore, 58, 59, until I graduated in 60, I was the KF of Gamma-Psi. Okay, I left in 60. My card was still good. I went to New York to Monmouth School. Came back. I missed organization of the chapter a few months because between being in New York and getting back home. But when I got home, they had already organized, and we were meeting in the principal's office. And I knew all of them that had, the founders, and Eugene Brown, and Jefferson, and Raymond, all of them I knew. So when I started going to meetings, George Raymond had been elected, had been put in as the first KRS. And for some reason, after the first two meetings, he started not showing up. And when he did not show up, so Gaines catch the minutes. So I caught the minutes until that next election year. That should have been around 62. And I was elected KRS. I kept KRS books for about 28 years.
Wow.
And I said, I'm tired, I gotta get out of this. So I had another fellow that I had made, Art Johnson. I said, Art, you need to take these books now. So he did, so therefore for about a year or so, I would go to meetings, and one night one of the brothers say, "We need somebody to take care of that money." He said, "'Cause it ain't being handled properly." So they elect me care, and I've been careful until last 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
When they nominated someone else for the KF position to take over in November. So my life in Omega has been either KRS or the KF. But I tell the young ones, to be the KRS, that is the lifeline of any champion. Mm-hmm. It's not the bossless, it's nobody, but the KRS, because everything revolves around the KRS. Because you're the one that's responsible for communicating, making sure that everybody understands this, and even for money. Any money comes, it has to go through the KRS hand to be received and to be recorded. Then it goes to the KF. But these are just things I've learned over the years, and I try to pass them on down too.
Well, I want to say thank you for helping out with registration too. It was tremendous help to see you after all these years that you've had service in Omega, sitting down at the registration table, checking brothers in, and you did a fantastic job with that as well.
Scott, that's my life. That whatever I see something, my granddaddy, my grandfather was a giver. He gave. I remember he would take the car on weekends. On Saturday nights, he'd go to the grocery store. They all knew him. And stuffed vegetables and things that they would throw out. He would get it and give it to him. He'd put it in the car, and he'd go from house to house, people that he knew, giving these commodities. That was just, and Riverstone. But that was just his life. And I saw this. And I said, when I took over in his books, he opened up the business in 1932, and he died in 1968. His books, I have records from 32 until 68, until now. And I looked at those books, and if people had paid him what was on those books, I wouldn't have had the kind of struggle. People could have been living a good life. I said, I ain't gonna never let that happen to me. I'm gonna get my money.
Yeah.
After 50 years, I took over in 68, and now this is 18. My books look just like his books. Not understanding, not realizing what was happening, I had picked up, and I looked back over, man, the same thing. Brother Gaines, I'm gonna come. Okay, go. I'll be all right. Everything. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they didn't, but I don't worry about it. But then I did after when I got up and I realized all what I did not get, but God took care of me. So, and then also I had not planned one day Dr. Ben, Black Doctor, came by the funeral home. He always inquisitive, and Dr. Benton said, "Come on, boy, let's go out here and talk." We walked around, ended up sitting out there in one of the cars. Doc said, we got word that there's going to be an opening on the school board. And the governor has said if we can find a qualified black, then he will appoint him. I said, what you telling me that for? Well, I think I said, Doc, my granddaddy told me don't mix politics with funeral business because you make people mad in politics and they won't patronize you in your business. I don't want that. Well, the school board is not politically right now. I said, Doc Benton, I don't want it. He kept on talking. So I said, tell that man what he wants so he can go. So I said, okay, Doc, put my name, kept my name. I said, no, I was not going to be considered. About 3 weeks later, I get a call from Tallahassee State to let me know that my name had been chosen. They were letting me know early they were going to announce it later on that I was going to be the one, but I had to promise that once I was appointed, I would have to run at the end of that year for the seat. So it happened, and I received the appointment. Then I did qualify after the 2-year period and ran and got the whole 4 years. Ended up spending 34 years. 34 years on the school system.
Mm.
Left, they called me back over there. We had 34 schools, and I think 4 of them had names of people that had died. C.A. Moore, Francis K. Sweet, Dan McCarty, and Jesper, right now. Anyhow, I sat there and listened to them waving this rule, waving that rule, waving this rule. Dawn on me, said, no, they get rid of them. So we had a new school that we were in the process of building. It was school listed as school AAA. I said, now wait a minute now. It's dawning on me what y'all getting ready to do. Let me tell y'all one thing. I know what rule that was you suspended, I know that. Let me tell y'all one thing. If y'all getting to put my name on something, I'm not dead. I don't plan to die. Don't put my name on Lieutenant Colonel. Brother Gaines, just sit down and hush. We're going to do something different. We want it to be done while you're still living. So, ended up Samuel S. Gaines Academy, K-8.
Wow.
That is there in Fort Pierce that bears my name. The only living person that has a school. So, then after I got myself together, I said, Lord, only you. This little humble black child here is reason to this right now. I'm Dr. Gaines all over everywhere. Kid, oh, I went to your school. I went to your school. I went to the bank. And somebody said, you know, I started in your school. But I'm grateful that somehow my early life's going to make it by listening to the humbleness of love and the humbleness of Cooper had an effect that I was able to keep that humbleness and do for others. So that's my lifestyle. That's my life. I've tried to instill it in my own 2 sons. I'm not aware because he takes on so much, but he has the spirit. The other one was here, but that's my life.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, Brother Gaines. Thank you very much for your words, and I hope that we get the chance to sit down again and go over some more stories. I know you got a lot of them.
People are trying to do the same thing for the history of the county. Mm-hmm. I did a book for our church, 125th anniversary hardback book, and in it I researched a lot of the history of the early Fort Pierce and traced how our church had been started in 1896. It was before then, but they bought property in 1896 to build a church. In 1897, the paper had a clipping where the contractor Davis was building this church for the Methodist people. And in 1896, it was built. 1897, the paper came out and said, church mysteriously burnt down. Mm. And it was within a section where it's now a white section of town, but it was Woodbine for the blacks. And then they left that area and they started buying property to the north of them. And in 27, evidently after they had built the homes and the business, the city wanted to rezone something. So they protested and they had a meeting in the same church, St. Paul, and all of them signed their list. And I had a copy. I found an actually record with all the signatures. So I put all this book together, and so because the church is the foundation of the black community in which it sits now, because Woodbine was no longer, but 8th Street became the hub of the black area, because now the young people, we have an Avenue D, but I have to tell them before there was Avenue D, there was an 8th Street. I came up, we had the shoe shop, Mr. Ward, we had Brown's Drugstore, we had Gordon's Rooming House, we had the barber shops. Everything we needed was right there. It was more like a village. Okay. We go to school, everybody knew us. We'd walk in, if we act up, our parents knew before we got home. And see, that's gone now. But I put all that, I put it all in the book. So the library and the historical society came, oh, we got to get a copy of this. So they got, and some of our folks, but at least it's there. So now they all, you need to tell more about it. I said, well, just get that. It's because the church is tied up to the history of the black community. So maybe one day
Yeah, Arnold told me that you were very reluctant to get that tape out your hands and some other material that you have.
I've held and I've treasured it. That's the only thing I would not But for some reason, when we were talking about it the other day, one of the brothers said, Scott, give it to him. See, he is the one who can get it done. You did not realize I skipped lunch. I left that meeting, drove to Fort Pierce, came back to give it to you.
Wow.
Nobody knew I left to go home and get it. It was an hour going, an hour coming back, and I made it back for the session.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. I appreciate it, my brother.
But for something, when they said, and I looked, and I've been seeing you around, knowing what you've done for us as far as the fraternity and how you work, I said something, just say, hey, that's the man. So
I won't let you down there, my brother. I promise.
I have faith in you. I know you won't.
All right.
I know you won't.
Thank you, Brother Gaines.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
Okay. But I didn't realize it was 44 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. All right, I'm going to stop this recording so we can go to this, this meeting.